FIFA just gave Curaçao the same AI as Argentina. Curaçao still don't have anyone who knows what to do with it. That is not a criticism of Curaçao. That is the story of Football AI Pro, the most powerful analytical tool ever handed to a football team, and the one thing it cannot give you. Before this World Cup, access to elite-level football data was a financial arms race. England, France, Argentina each brings roughly 20 dedicated match analysts and millions in data infrastructure to a tournament. They have the staff to build opponent models, run tactical simulations, and turn raw numbers into a game plan. Curaçao and Cabo Verde, two of the smallest nations ever to reach a World Cup, do not. So FIFA and Lenovo built Football AI Pro, a generative AI knowledge assistant trained on the equivalent of 500 billion pages of FIFA's own proprietary data. Data that Argentina itself cannot access. And they gave it to all 48 teams. Free, equal. The same interface, the same metrics, the same analytical power. On paper, the gap closed overnight. Here is what the announcement did not say. Football AI Pro will not be used during live play. The tool analyzes 2,000 different metrics. It processes hundreds of millions of data points. It delivers insights in text, video, graphs, and three-dimensional visualizations. And then, at kickoff, it goes dark. Every output it generates must reach a human coaching staff before the match begins. The analyst reads it, the coach interprets it, the assistant coach translates it into a session on the training pitch. And then the game starts. And none of that analysis is available at the bench again until the final whistle. Think about what that means. The cognitive load on a coaching staff during a World Cup is already at its limit. 2 matches a week, 48-hour turnarounds, opponents with more preparation time than you. Research from the Barca Innovation Hub concluded that the main challenge in modern football analytics is no longer generating the data. It is interpreting and translating it, even for clubs that have been doing this for years. For a first-time qualifier with no dedicated analytics department, that interpretation gap is not a detail. It is the entire problem. Here is the reframe. The gap didn't close, it moved. The data gap. The gap between what Argentina's analytics team could access and what Curaçao's coaching staff could access, that gap is gone. Football AI Pro closed it, but the moment that data arrives, a different gap opens. The gap between receiving an AI output and knowing what to do with it. That gap is entirely human. Datacam's 2026 State of AI Literacy Report studied enterprise AI deployments and found that most organizations don't fail because they lack AI tools. They fail because they lack the workforce fluency to use them. Football is not different. The Barca Innovation Hub puts it plainly. Clubs face an information overload problem, not a data scarcity problem. Football AI Pro just handed that problem to 48 nations at once, including several who have never had to solve it before. Here is the part nobody is saying in the press conference. Football AI Pro is 2 things at once. The first is what FIFA announced, a genuine attempt to give smaller nations the analytical tools that only top federations have historically had access to. That ambition is real. But the second thing is this. Football AI Pro is how Lenovo, a $69 billion company that the world knows as a PC maker, is repositioning itself as an AI company. Lenovo's chief communications officer said publicly, "If people walk away thinking we just sponsored the World Cup, we have failed." The World Cup is Lenovo's live demo. The 48 teams are the proof of concept, and Curaçao and Cabo Verde are the headline case study. Both things are true simultaneously. FIFA is trying to level the playing field, Lenovo is trying to show the world what its AI can do. And the World Cup, live in front of 6 billion people, will measure whether equal access to a tool is the same as equal capacity to use one. Giving every team the same AI doesn't level the playing field, it just shows you how uneven the ground always was. Drop a comment. When you watch Curaçao at this World Cup, tell me what you see from the coaching staff. Subscribe if you want the next one before it reaches the mainstream.